What's happening? Gosh, weekends. What are we doing? I left my bike at the Rito Temple. Alright, I thought that was really cool. I love the first scene is Rin doing drugs. That's because that's the scene, what? Best... Oh, okay, I have the delay. Right, you're talking about Rin before I loaded up the Rito file. Anyways, hi everybody, Renegade67 and or 8 here with some more Let's Play Fate Stay stream Night Blind. Last time, Fate, this time, more Fate. Right, we left the bike there, and I thought that was really clever, so I gave it a clap. You got a clap. Don't get the clap, though. That's an illness. Anyways, even though I thought it was Bill's busy, I went straight home. Are you saying can not even get me some tea for that? Right, so he's going to come in and get some tea, and it's going to get awkward. Read all awkwardness. Let's go. Awkward out of 10. That's certainly helpful. Even though I have 3 bicycles. Why? Why do you have 3 bicycles? Why? Why? But why, though? The one I left at the Rito Temple is the most expensive one and my favorite. Spelled incorrectly. I live in Canardia. You're supposed to spell that with a U. Thank you very much. Look at that. Rito Temple. For shame. Not enough U's. That's definitely the word I was talking about. Sorry, Saber. Can we take a little break? Issei, who may be the dude who's camping at the temple. He's a mechanic, Renegade. Oh, that's right. You see, sometimes I forget things. What's that from? God, I'm remembering a quote about someone forgetting things, and I'm forgetting where I'm remembering the quote from. Isn't that just hilarious? I remember random quotes sometimes, and I have no idea what they're from, and it freaks me out occasionally. Right, I have 3 bicycles because he's a mechanic. Of course. I knew that. I just, you know, I didn't know that. I just knew it. I knew it subconsciously. Shut up, Wise. Stop being so wise. Not everyone can be as wise as you. Can we take a little break? Saber nods silently. Yeah, she gets that this is awkward. And, you know, we should rush him away, but if we can't, we should be courteous. Sorry, could you guys go to the living room? I'll go prepare some tea. Japanese tea for Issei and English tea for Saber, right? Yeah? Ja. Well, I am joining as well? I do not know about that. I do not think you'll be able to talk freely with your friend if I am there. Yeah, but, like, Shiro wants to put his dick in that thing, so... And you're the thing. So you gotta get in there, because if you don't, then you can't make the tea. And then you can't metaphorically drop the little sugar droplets into your tea, which is like dropping his balls into... That's not true, right, Issei? Being mechanic hasn't seemed to help him in this... yeah, it hasn't, really. I mean, he's doing this strengthening thing. I thought he had, like, mechanic magic, though. Because didn't he see inside, like, the heater's composition at one point? Or something? I feel like he did that. Has he not done that again? I feel like that should be a useful ability. Anyways. Right, girls are loud, but Saber-san is fine. Humble women are a part of our cultural heritage. Girls are loud, but frickin' Ryudo. I'd call you sexist, but I don't think you have a very good, right, because you have this whole thing. That's right, you're a, I remember now. My take on you is that you're a huge girl fanatic. You have hardcore lusting, but you have to be like, no, penis, bad, because you're a monk. Therefore, the girls are the bad. So you tell yourself that you hate girls to avoid the potential of liking a girl. He's had this observation magic, which allowed him to basically have X-ray vision. That could be useful. Oh my gosh, is that just with things, or are people are things, right? People are things. X-ray the people, X-ray the women gender. See, so please go ahead. Yes, I understand, but Shiro... What, is there something else? Could I have Japanese tea as well? I do not dislike Japanese tea. Well, there you go. Stereotyping Shiro, just assuming Saber wanted British tea. Rude. Of course, I'm stereotyping because I saw English tea and then went to British tea, where technically English does not have to mean British. After all, I speak English. Or you could say I speak Canadian. Depends on... I speak Canadian and I speak American, so... For some reason, Saber says so clearly. There was a tweet like that at some point. I got a bunch of likes. I was one of the likes. It's like, I speak both Canadian and American. It feels a bit weird, but saying that in her usual manner. Her saying that in her usual manner. feel like if you did that on a person, you would just see their blood veins and organs and it wouldn't be sexy. Don't take away my sexual fantasies, wise fool. It's funny because I've never seen the game, but I've seen the anime and know everything that is going on. See, you know, the animes, that's the funny thing, because I haven't, so, okay. What little I know about the animes is that the older one people don't like very much, but the newer one people like because it's a continuation of the Fate Zero studio anime, and I did see Fate Zero. I also know that they are way shorter than this dozens and dozens hour-long visual novel, but that's okay. That's why your boy Renegade is here to spend the dozens of hours. Thankfully, I've stopped. I no longer care as much about, oh, this is going to take forever, take away from fun that I'll have elsewhere. No, this just means I'll have more fun with Faye. Yes, I may have less fun with other things, but as long as I'm having fun, I don't care how long it takes. We talk about meaningless things for an hour, then Issei decides to go home. Since the anime cuts out all of Shiro's monologue. Oh, I've seen that. You know what frickin' threw me for a loop? Promised Neverland. I love that manga to pieces. I gotta get back to reading it. I stopped a little while ago. But, the anime blew my mind when I realized nobody had inner monologue. Like, to me, that's like taking inner monologue out of Death Note. Anyways. Issei decides to go home. The conversation we had in the living room was mostly about school, and I asked him tentatively if there was anything strange going on, but it seemed school continued as usual. So why did he come over? Why was Ryudo here? What was the point? What was narratively the point? Scoping me out? We left the bicycle there, which was his excuse to come over. But we didn't have to leave the bicycle there. He didn't have to come over. What is the narrative reason for him coming over? That scene was so freaking short. Maybe he's scoping me out if he's actually a master. Or... that's one guess, is he's scoping me out because he's a master. Guess number 2 is that this is just reminding the players that Ryudo exists and then something's about to happen with him that's major. I don't know, like death or serious injury or something. I don't like anime Shiro anywhere near VN Shiro. He's just kind of bland. You know, that's something you see a lot. Whenever you take something with inner monologue and take out inner monologue, you do lose a lot. Like, for example, Harry Potter, which I've recently started reading the books. I watched the movies back in the day, and I still enjoy the movies. But Harry with inner monologue is such... he's way more of a dick. I love it. He's kind of a dick, and it's great. But that doesn't come across at all in the movies. To be fair, if you just take out of his inner monologue, he doesn't come across as a dick, which is something I love, because that's how... I mean, I don't want to say that's how I am. Maybe that's how I was. Now I'm a dick without my inner monologue. I'm just a dick on the surface. What I mean to say is, even when back in the day, I used to have super perverse hidden thoughts, I didn't say them out loud. Now I say them out loud. But my point is, there can be a lot you don't say that changes how you're viewed if people knew what you said. He's not a master, but he's an ally to the temple master. Possibly. He's scouting, maybe unintentionally scouting. Maybe the master who is at the temple has Ryudo by the finger and is getting him to scout for Shiro because he knows Shiro is here, but doesn't know. But Ryudo doesn't know that there's like master shenanigans going on. Maybe it's a secret thing. People don't like the original Fate Stay Night because it didn't follow the manga. The manga? You're fucking with me, right? Stop fucking with me. There's no manga. There's a visual novel. It's this visual novel. That's the same for Shiro. In the anime, he's not as dickish compared to what you know of Shiro in his head. Anyways, it seems school continued as usual. He means manga, he means the V. He, she. I don't know if we know the gender for sure, but whatever. Oh, there's a manga for Fate as well. I'm sure there is. But, like, it's just fucking to me when you're like, the anime didn't follow the manga as closely. And I'm like, dude, if there's a manga and you're basing your preferences on that, I hate to tell you that the manga didn't follow the manga as closely, probably. Because this is the real manga. Anyways, I'll see you. Will you be skipping tomorrow as well? Yes, casually. Yeah, I can't go to school this week. I have to be with Saber tomorrow again. He says casually. Oh, that's right. He's showing her around. I see. Well, there shouldn't be any problems if you're with that girl. There's suspicious aspects, but they don't even need to be considered. You don't want to consider them. Too kinky for your mind. Because you're a closet pervert is my assumption. Issei nods to himself. Come to think of it, how is it possible for this guy, so bashful around strangers, not to hate Saber? Maybe because he knew not to hate her. Because he was told by the person he's working with. Or he expected not to hate her. Or, I don't know. He was captivated by her beauty, just like you were, Shiro? Oops. Hey, Issei, you were in a good mood, even though it was your first time meeting Saber. What's up with that? Normally you're all weird around girls and stuff. Or maybe he knew it was a spirit because he's a master, which means he knows it's a spirit and knows he doesn't have to worry about lusting after her because she's not a real girl. Shiro does lust after her anyways, but, you know, Shiro's a weirdie. What are you saying? I grew up in a temple. What would I do if I couldn't tell good from evil? I do not know her origins, but her spirit is pure. She cannot be a bad person. Jeez. So Rin's a bad... Well, okay, fine. She has no wish. Anyone without a wish is a bad person. If you're a good person, then you'd have a wish. What? I mean, now you could be a bad person who has a bad wish, but if you have no wish, then you can't be a good person. Wow, so you can tell that sort of thing? I'm a bit impressed. I have very high insight rolls. Critical Role jokes. Actually, it's just D&D jokes in general, but I mostly watch Critical Role, so I'm sorry for saying Critical Role jokes when it's in fact just Dungeons & Dragons in general. I apologize, Dungeons & Dragons, it's not Critical Role. Well, I can't normally, but even an amateur can tell if it's that great. Even a monk in training will notice divinity if a Buddhist stands next to him. In other words, Saber-san is that beautiful? Beautiful of spirit? Issei may legit from his monk training sense alignments. He may consider lawful good and chaotic evil. Yeah, well, as we know now, Saber is chaotic good. Frickin' got it. They frickin' got it changed. Frickin', where is it? Status? Frickin' Saber. Liar. Lawful good. She freaking disobeyed me. If this was my Dungeons and Dragons game, I would take her character sheet and switch it to chaotic, and she'd be thankful that she still stayed good. Sorry, that gets to me. Anyways, in other words, Saber-san is that beautiful. This is rare indeed. Issei is praising a woman. I see. So you like Saber too. That's good. I was worried Issei wouldn't like her since all she did was sit there and listen silently. Maybe that's why he liked her. He doesn't like loud women. Of course, she's a good girl. It's hard to dislike her. Your language is very... sexist? Let's say sexist language. That's not to say you are sexist, but your language comes off that way. She's a good girl. She's a bad girl. Like, that's very... I wouldn't say she's a girl. You calling her a girl, she's what? Physically, maybe a year younger than you? Mentally, she's like a million years older than you. I see she's a good girl, but she's a little antisocial, right? She's always like that, so it doesn't mean she dislikes you. Huh? Is she antisocial? Maybe we don't know, because he's not normally around the women gender. Yeah, I see she's a good girl, but she's a little antisocial. I'd say Shiro is more antisocial. He's too brusque. Saber, she just doesn't talk much, but, well, I guess that makes you antisocial. I don't think she's bad at starting up conversations. I just don't think she's in any rush to start up conversations. Oh, yeah, Saber. Saber's a hottie. Especially in her nude scene. Hubba, hubba. Anyways. She is. She hasn't laughed yet. She's always had a troubled face, even when we were laughing. No, she was smiling quite a lot. Did Shiro not pay attention? He's not antisocial, he's bad at social. To me, bad at social means antisocial. Like, maybe antisocial to you means they don't social much. But to me, antisocial means they're bad at doing the social. I think Saber's fine at doing the social. She just chooses not to because she doesn't care to engage in it. To me, that's not antisocial, but I guess they're both different kinds of antisocial. They're like antisocial type V and antisocial type X. I don't know. TV tropes. No, she was smiling quite a lot, especially when she watched you making the tea. Ooh. Huh? You mean I'm not very perceptive? Is there a nude scene, and are you even allowed to stream that? Listen, man. Okay, first of all, there is a super nudie version of this visual novel, but I have the censored version. Second of all, hold a sec. Gonna flash the shower scene. Second of all, it's good to have it not be actually full nude, because that leaves it to the imagination, and that's what I keep telling myself to make it better. Listen, here it is. Boom! Flash the towel scene. Save to the spank bank. There it is. Hubba hubba. Anyways, it will forever stay in my head. And if it doesn't, and if it ever leaves, it's always right there, and I can load it back up. Is she antisocial? She is. She hasn't laughed yet. She's always had... Okay, yeah. No, she was smiling quite a lot. Huh? That's ridiculous. It's true that Saber looks peaceful sometimes. I mean, maybe she looks especially smiling when you're not looking at her. Because she only smiles when she sees that you're not looking, because she doesn't want to show that she's smiling in front of you. Because she doesn't want to jeopardize your servant-master relationship with her hormones. In the nude version, she's still facing the same direction, so she was still hiding a lot of parts. Wait a second. Hold on a minute. Hold on the phone. Are you saying that in the uncensored version, she was nude in that scene? Oh my gosh. Oh, rip censored version. So that's one of the things that's different in the uncensored version, is that you actually get to see her nude. Darn it. I'm going to have to look that up at some point. I mean, in terms of research, because I like knowing the differences between all the releases of the games, I would like to look up the nude Saber because, research. And I want to see what her body looks like because that may inform her personality. She may be self-conscious about small breasts or something, or small legs, or therefore I should see her nude form for the analysis. And because I'm a pervert, but mostly the analysis, definitely. It's true that Saber looks peaceful sometimes, but when I haven't yet seen her smile even once... Ultimate version? I'm playing the 17 plus version. There's a gallery of all the pervy scenes on the internet somewhere. I will find it, but I'm gonna wait. I gotta wait. We'll do that at some point. When the LP is over, I'll look up all the pervy scenes, and we'll get to experience them together. And by together, you see, Monica, you're speaking my language. Science. I'm all about the science. But yeah. We'll get to experience the pervy scenes together, and by together I mean just on Twitch, because I don't know if YouTube would be okay with that. Twitch is a little... Twitch can be a little more risque. YouTube isn't quite as okay with that stuff. Although even Twitch, I don't know, maybe I'll just do it, and you guys will know I'm doing it, and you can look it up at your own time, and I'll look it up, and we'll exchange research notes. Anyways, things to do later. You're lying. I can't imagine Saber busting her bust. What size is her bust? Busting her sides with laughter. No, it's not like that. She was smiling when she saw you smile. Didn't you notice? No. Shiro is like the most unperceptive person in the world, and I'm glad that that gets called out from time to time. You mean I didn't notice something? She was smiling when she saw me smile? Yes. Yes, because she likes you. Because you like her for weird reasons. So she's now weirdly liking you. You get to be weird together. A lot of LPers did the pervy scenes in a lot of ways. Some LPers legit put videos on more lenient sites, and with them commenting over it, and one person posted screenshots on his Discord server reacting to it. Reacting to the porn stuff? Oh shoot, maybe I could react to the porn stuff on my Discord server. Well, you've just given me thoughts and theories. Does that mean she's making fun of me? I see you interpret some things rather oddly. But you should torment yourself on that. But you should torment yourself on that issue. Everything starts from questioning yourself. Kah! I agree. If Shiro doesn't get it, he doesn't deserve to get it. Smarten up, Shiro. Learn how to be a ladies' man, but also learn how to die less in Grail Wars. With his usual comments, he leaves laughing. My opinion of Rito just went up a little bit. Maybe that's why he's so scared of the female gender, because he sees the signs. And he knows that so if he saw a girl like him, he would feel really weird because he really likes girls. But he can't like girls because he's a monk. What does he mean? Are you joking, Shiro? Is it that impossible for you to believe that a female gender person likes you? Especially when you like them? Wouldn't you be looking out for it, especially if you like them? I don't know. I mean, you might believe any sign you see is a load of penis, but if someone else points you in the direction, he leaves me with only suggestive comments. Issei's got a really high passive insight, I'm sure. At least say goodbye to me, you baka. Alright, today's training ends when the sun sets. Okay, maybe that's what the point of the Ryudo scene was. It was to let Shiro know that Saber is a waifu option. Because he somehow didn't realize that despite the fact that he wants her so badly. I'm near my limit and I have to get Tosaka to teach me magic tonight. Oh, that's right. Late night training with Tosaka. Let's do it. Down and dirty. Magic drugs. I couldn't accomplish my goal of landing a blow on Saber, but I should save some of my magical energy for tonight. Ooh, this song. Is this new? I don't recognize this. So, it's oh wait, no, never mind. I recognize it now. It's my turn to cook dinner tonight. Saber went to wash off her sweat after me, so she won't be back for a while. You want a repeat of the towel scene? No, too soon. Maybe later. Especially since he's the only person in school who managed to look past Rin's mask. Yeah, I guess that does show Ryudo's good at looking past the mask. But behind the mask is another mask. Because, look, it's true that behind Rin's mask of being a good person, she's kind of a slob. But behind her mask of being a slob, she's a tsundere. And doesn't everybody like tsunderes? No, not everyone does, but you know. He should have, I think you meant to say licked the sweat off. That's not dirty enough for that joke. Yep, K and L are right next to each other. That's probably a typo. You said he should have kicked the sweat off, but I'm sure you meant licked. I saw where your pervy mind was going. Don't worry, I got you. So she won't be back for a while. Tadaimao? Wow, way to throw a pun on that. Anyways, you read what I typed? He should have kicked the sweat off. I don't get the joke. If that's what you meant and not licked, then I don't understand your mind. I'm sorry. My mind is not on the same levels as yours, Mr. and Mrs. Monica Arms Dealer. What am I doing? Oh, right. I'm turning off the voices. I have them on sometimes, but sometimes I don't. Because... Shut up. Good for you. Well done. You're preparing dinner properly, Shiro. Sleep deprived, mate. No, don't be sleep deprived. Just switch your sleep schedule. See, that's what you gotta do. Because if you're waking up early to watch me, then you just have to not wake up early by going to sleep earlier. Or, if you're skipping work to watch me, you just have to get a different job so that your hours accommodate watching me. Hashtag watch me all the time. Find whatever excuse you can. Watch me, please. But don't hurt your own sleep schedule or work schedule. Change it. Don't hurt it. Thank you for the 230 bits, Monica the Arms Dealer. Oh my gosh. But also, holy, okay. Yep, we just hit it. I haven't even freaking officially announced it. But, we just officially, thank you to Monica the Arms Dealer. We hit the, bits goal for the month of December, which I haven't even officially announced because we're going to announce it later this weekend. But we've exceeded 1,000 bits. Therefore, we're going to have a vote. Over later on Discord, I'll get this sorted out, I guess, where I get some of my subscriber people to vote on something for me to do. Gosh, thank you, but also, I haven't even officially announced it. But thank you. Fujine enters the living room energetically, heads straight for the cushion and sits down. Unlike Saber, who has to sleep through half of the day, she's like this 24 hours a day. Right. I bet she's like this even when she's asleep. I'll vote whatever Monica votes. Oh, so we're just we're giving all the choice to Monica? I have 3 subscribers. Therefore, 2 votes wins the vote. So if that would just give Monica all the power in the world. Which is maybe fair because she gave me most of the bits. But, you know, I'm trying to be fair to everyone who's subscribbled. Oh, World Domination. That just sounds like a cute video game. Anyways, I bet she's like this even when she's asleep. Wait, what is she like? Head straight for a cushion and sits down. Oh, too energetic even when she sleeps? Hey, Shiro, can I eat these apples? Only if, like, I don't have to... Only if I can feed them to you! She asked me while looking at the apples on the table. Go ahead, as you can see, we have plenty. It's necessary for each person to eat 3 a day. Wait, what? Huh? Do you really believe that, Shiro? 3 apples a day keeps the doctor away? Okay. Really? Then should we make something like apple pie? Well, I mean you, though. Frickin' Fuji. Oh. Fujine bites down to the apple, saying something loosely. The ones on the table are the ones I've washed away, but I guess she's not the type to care about such things. I think before I officially hold the vote on what I'm gonna do, I will upload the YouTube video, because I want to give my YouTube people a chance to know that the vote exists. And that means I'd essentially be giving them a chance to give me money. But also, to take part in the vote, you know, in case they care about giving me money. Hashtag like, favorite, subscribe, follow, and then subscribe again over on Twitch, which costs money. Healthy. Gotta be super healthy. Why is your slacking? Why haven't you ranted at me yet for shilling? Anyways, I've washed away, but I guess she's not the type to care about such things. Wise, how am I supposed to feel okay about chilling if you don't get mad at me for it? Anyways, geez, they're a get-well gift too. Even though it was just a misunderstanding, shouldn't she be more thoughtful about a gift given by a friend who cares for me? Why does your subscriber thing say founder? Oh, because, like, I just recently became a Twitch affiliate, I think. I don't fully know how that works, but to my understanding, because you're one of my first subscribers, you're a founder, I believe is how that works. So, you get to be a fancy founder. That's what that means, I believe. Don't quote me on that. That's my limited understanding. I just started as an affiliate, so I'm pretty sure that's the reasoning. You founded the basis of my subscribers, I believe is the idea. Anyways, which is good that you have that instead of any custom one, because it would be the generic one, because I haven't gotten around to making a custom one yet. That's a thing I gotta do at some point. Anyways, laziness. Even though it was just a misunderstanding, shouldn't she be more thoughtful about a gift given by a friend who cares for me? They're a get-well gift too. Oh, wait a second. Hold on. Are these from Sakura? Bites into the apple, saying something loosely. The ones on the table are ones I've washed already. Oh, no. Oh, I see. He's giving them to her. She's the gift. I see. You're the friend who cares for her. Okay. I thought, like, it was Sakura gave you a bunch of apples or something as, like, a sexual favor. I have to tell her clearly. Oh, geez, what the heck? Fujine, where's my gift? She might really get me to make a pie. I'll stay away for a while. Apple's willing to eat some mandarins, Fujine. Renegade's founding document. We gotta have Shiro... hate Shiro and love Neko's and Ilya. Well, that sounds pretty accurate. And maybe Sakura, but only every other weekend. And also maybe Ayako, but we gotta know her more first to decide. Anyways, what is this? I'm sorry, I haven't been paying enough attention. You have a choice? Fuji choice? Can we romance our teacher? Is that more or less weird than romancing our sibling? Then there's also romancing a ghost. So to pick your poison, really. Personally, I choose sibling, but... Anyways, save. Oh boy, Fuji route. Okay, what is actually going on? Alright, yeah, not only your teacher, your guardian. So she's kind of your big sister. So she's like your sibling and your teacher. Fujine bites in the apple while saying something loosely. The ones on the table are the ones I've washed already, but I guess she's not the type to care about such things. Jeez, this came out of nowhere. Fuji, where's my gift? Why do you get a gift? Why are you supposed to get a gift? She's covering for you at school. She's covering for you and not saying the real reason that you're not at school. You don't deserve a gift. She might really get me to make a pie. I'll stay away for a while. Rin's the least fucky if our suspicions about the abuse with Sakura is correct. Well, look, no, because if Sakura's being abused by her brother, then that's we have to save. We can't just leave her be. I mean, every girl's gonna be fucky to some extent. It's an anime visual novel. They're all gonna be fucked, and we have to save them from themselves. But Rin doesn't have a wish, therefore she's weird. What? I mean, they're all weird, but man, we saw inside her head. It'd feel like doing myself if I went on the Rin route. Anyways, she might really get me to make a pie. I'll stay away for a while. Apples won't do. Eat some mandarins, Fujine. She might really get me to make a pie. Sure, Fuji. I'm not going to ask her for a gift. What the heck? Why? Apples won't do. Mandarins. The Mandarin. Disney Plus. She might really get me to make a pie. I'll stay away for a while. Okay, sure. Fuji route. You don't romance someone who's been in a toxic and abused relationship who most likely did weird romantic and sexual shit. Yes, you do! We gotta save her from her awkward romance with her brother who's abusing and sexing her. And it's gross and she does not like it. We gotta stop the rape. We don't let the rape continue. We don't say, oh, we can't romance you because you're damaged goods. That's just rude, and you should feel bad for thinking that way, wise fool. That's not a very wise comment. Anyways, yeah. Unless, of course, Sakura's into the kinky shit that her brother abuses her with, but I am assuming that she's not. She might really make me cook an apple pie. Dinner's almost prepared, so let's escape for a while. Where are you going with your apron still on, Shiro? Just to the entrance. Tosaka isn't home yet, so I'm thinking of going to take a look. Take a look where? You can save her by beating the shit out of Shiro. You don't need to romance her for that. But oh, Shinji. Sorry, she's... Look, okay, sure I can beat Shinji, but that's not going to heal her emotional and physical scars. So I have to romance her so she knows what it's like to romance someone that is not her fucked up brother. That's why I have to romance Sakura. But also I have to romance Ilya, so I don't know. We'll maybe do Sakura as well. Threesome, we'll think about it. Wow, you're thoughtful, Shiro. Yeah, Tosaka-san's a girl, so she'll probably be happy to be greeted by you. Is that what we're doing? I don't know what she's happy about, but she sees me off cheerfully. Ellipses. Wait! Are you freaking wingmanning me? Even though you're against Rin living here? Because you didn't want anything hanky-panky going on? Fuji, you're so immature. Maybe she's given up now that Saber, like, took over as his guardian. After Saber beat her, she just stopped caring about being a proper guardian. And he's just like, go for it. It's okay. You can hanky-panky. Damn it. Yeah, probably Taiga also took after Kiritsugu to some extent, which is also why she's partially sexist. Damn it. Now I really have to go outside. Why are you going outside? What are we doing? Well, I'll go around the neighborhood once. Wait, what are we doing? Huh? Wait, to get ingredients for an apple pie? Is this somehow going to lead into the Ilya route because we're going to casually meet her again? I don't think so soon. I take off my apron and head to the entrance. And then, the door of the bathroom opens with a sound. Oh no, we get a funny scene because Saber walks out of the bathroom. Or something. Oh. Okay, I mean, this isn't as hot as the other scene, but I think it's still worth a save point! Not as hot, but I'll take it. Shiro, are the preparations for dinner fine? Oh, they're fine. You're fine. They're fine. Also, this is our first real time getting to see her hair out long like that. I will say, I'm a sucker for the long hair. I prefer the long hair to it being done up in, weird ways. Granted, I understand why Saber does do her hair up. It's because she's a fighter and doesn't want to get her hair flowing in the way. I understand that. However, I do prefer the look of the hair down in general with the female gender. So, a brief silence. It's obvious who this person is, but it's really hard for me to say her name. Why do you seem so astonished? I do not think so, but did something go wrong with the dinner preparations? Oh wait, this might be super sexual. This might be super sexual. We gotta always turn the voices on for sex. We gotta hear all the sexual noises like, ah, and oh. No, nothing like that, but I managed to reply in a surprised voice. Hmm? She tilts her head. Daw, she's so cute when she doesn't understand my huge boner. Her hair at her shoulders sways. Her golden hair is wet and different than usual. Ah! No, her hair isn't the only thing that's different. Ah! The girl in front of me looks like her age and appears cute and weak to anybody's eyes, but especially mine. I see, you were taking a bath, Saber, so last time was a shower and this time it's a bath. You were the one who insisted I do so? Oh, of course I was, yes. I just forgot all about that because I wanted to make an apple pie. Oh yeah, do you like baths? Also, do you come to this house often? I live here because I'm your servant. Oh yeah! How's the weather? Yes, I discovered that when I became a servant. Previously, I could not take a bath because of the people surrounding me. Newfound luxuries of being a real girl. Saber says this with a girl-like face. I guess they didn't bathe much in Arthurian time. It's really funny that because back in the day, if like assuming that she existed like several hundred years ago, they didn't bathe too much. It used to be like you bathed when you were born, when you were married, and when you died. And then I think like Queen Elizabeth or something revolutionized it. Some queen and revolutionized it when she started taking a bath or something, like, what was it, once a week? Everybody flipped out. Or once a month? Even once a year was crazy back then. So it's just funny to think of the idea that Saber was just dirty as all heck most of the time because she only bathed a couple times in her life. But anyways, Saber says this with a girl-like face. It must be because she does not have her hair braided. There's no gallant masculine aspect to her at all. I'll go ahead if you're washing yourself as well. It is cold tonight, so the hot water will feel good on your body. Just bathed in rivers back then. They still didn't bathe, like, they might have, like, washed themselves with water, but they didn't, like, soap up much. Like, they didn't do the whole song and dance we do nowadays. Also, are you sure there's still hot water? The hot water will feel good. Are you sure, though, the hot water hasn't been used up by you? At least, you know, where I come from, when the shower is used, we gotta wait a little bit for the shower to get hot again. Otherwise, the hot water gets used up. I don't know if you and your fancy, well, maybe baths, well, actually, if she used a bath, then it might have not been running for a while. Baths are different than showers. I don't usually bath. I just shower. I haven't bathed in years. But anyways, Saber goes to the living room saying goodbye. Dash. I'm at a loss for words. I knew from the start that Saber was a girl. Again, I realized, just like how earlier in the game you realized Rin was a girl, now you know for sure Saber's a girl. Soon we'll learn Sakura's a girl, and you know what the final boss of the game will be? We'll find out Taiga's a girl. It'll be crazy. Still, the sword suited her, and I admit that as well. Even so, this is cheating! Down, boner! I walked in on Saber bathing yesterday. I could not consider it as reality because I was so surprised, but today is different. She's a girl, damn it! I'm forced to have a boner, damn it. Forced boners that you don't want because they're supposed to be your servant in a war. That awkward feeling when top 10 servants you wouldn't believe Shiro was caught peeping on. Top 10 people you wouldn't believe were caught peeping on this super hot servant. Shiro knew Sakura was a girl from the start. He just didn't go romance because of, yeah, because his best friend Shinji in the whole world. Freaking heck. I hit the back of my head against the wall. Not knowing what I want to do, I blankly stare at the ceiling. This isn't good. I think this is really bad. I agree. It seems like the game is forcing us on the saber route when I'm trying my hardest to go. Elia, dang it. Stop railroading my choices. I lean onto the wall and murmur. The coldness of the hallway clears my mind and my usual self returns slowly. And after that, I still could not figure out at all what was so bad about it. Which part? There was nothing bad about it. Oh, you mean bad because you don't want to romance your ghost? Which means you're now realizing there's something bad to be about it. My best friend Shinji beats the shit out of him. Exactly. He literally has beaten the shit out of him. He has anger issues. And part of that, you know, he ended up beating the shit out of Shinji. And yet he still calls him his friend. It's weird. It's weird. I don't understand. I still don't understand that whole dynamic. It's like, is he just pretending that he's friends when really he hates him to not beat him up? And yet the way they talk, it's like, no. And yet Shinji hates him. He clearly hates his guts, except I think he did. But then Shinji wants an alliance with him. And then Shinji, I think I have a better beat on than Shiro, at least as far as their dynamic goes. Anyways. And the time is past 7. Fujine and Saber are in the living room, and only Tosaka is absent. Uh-oh, did she get shanked in the middle of the night? Did Archer tell her that we're not partners anymore? Because he saw me talking with Ilya? He does have really good eyesight. Are we fucked? I wonder if something happened to her outside. Uh-oh, maybe we're gonna have to change our alliance. Swift change. We're on Shinji and Ilya's side now because Tosaka's our enemy. I guess. Maybe. That might have happened. Maybe Archer's he does have good eyesight. But was he looking or was he resting? I don't think Tosaka's the type to make that kind of mistake, but I think she does make big mistakes sometimes. I don't think Tosaka's the type to make that kind of mistake, but she does make big mistakes sometimes. Now, okay, is that a big mistake? Is that the type? Or if it's a big mistake, is it too big for this to be the type of mistake? Does it have to be bigger for her to make it? That seems very contradictory. I guess I'll go take a look. I should be fine by myself. I'm just going to search around the house. And Slits gets killed and dies. Gets killed by Castor. We haven't seen Castor yet. Castor's probably at the temple. Right. Because we know Shinji, we know Ilya, we know Tosaka, we know Shiro. And then we know Lancer, and we know Assassin, but we don't know the... Right, yeah. Okay, who are we going to run into? I exit into the hallway. The instant I try to leave, the door opens and Tosaka and her Kotaro... Oh, never mind. She's not dead yet. She's not coming to betray us. Or maybe she is coming to betray us, but she hasn't done so yet. Tosaka! Sorry. Tosaka is a name that one of my Twitch chatters came up with, and I'm running with it. I mean, I like Rin. Sometimes I do. I have a very tsundere relationship with her, literally. And when I'm Sun, I call her a Tosaka, but right now she gets to be Tosaka. What? Are you greeting me in an apron? You look pretty good in it. Oh, nice. Does this turn you on? I've learned one of your weaknesses. Tosaka makes that humorous comment without even twitching her brow. Twitching! Hashtag like, favorite, and subscribe on Twitch. Wait, how do you like and favorite on Twitch? Find a way. Do it. I believe in you. She's scary. People who can put a serious face while joking are the scariest. Tosaka. Oh my. Tosaka, what were you? He just casually throws out oh my so often. What a dick. I'm home. Shiro, welcome home, honey. Not quite. As I try to ask her what happened, I notice the blood on her hand. Oh, okay. Okay. Tell me on the doll where Lancer stabbed you. Was it Lancer? I don't know. I mean, assumedly, it wouldn't have been Assassin. Cause I don't think it would be Assassin or Castor, because I think they're still upholding in the temple, and I don't think she would have went there. So I don't think that was Assassin or Caster, assuming that's the situation there. I don't think it was Berserker, because I think if she faced Berserker, she'd be dead if she had any blood. That just leaves Shinji and Lancer, which makes me think Lancer. My first impression with the blood is she killed someone. Oh, like silencing a witness? I feel like that's a big character development moment for her, because she normally doesn't like doing that, so I do not think they would do that off screen. I don't know, it just would seem like an awkward narrative choice. A small stain of blood and a swollen index finger. Or is this about the magical drugs? What's happening? Could that be? Tosaka, I'm gonna guess about something bad. I'm browsing Steam sales and I found this game called Hentai Horror The 8 Pictures. Oh god, is that what you're gonna make me play? What? I won't listen if it's anything stupid. It's not. Have you punched someone? Punch? How do you get blood? I mean, blood like that from punching? You'd have to punch really hard. She's not a brute like you, Shiro. What? You... Huh? You punched out Shinji so hard you're bleeding? And I didn't get to see it happen? That sounds awesome! I mean... What? Okay, wait. So did you do... Oh, okay. Let me try to understand here. Because Shiro came home and told Rin that Shinji said there was someone at the temple. And he was right, there was someone at the temple. But I guess it was Shinji possibly just trying to get them to fight whoever's at the temple for Shinji's advantage. So therefore, Rin figured out that Shinji was being a little dickface and went to punch him out. But you didn't kill him? You didn't take him out? You didn't fight him? The fact that we're not fighting him surprises me. I mean, I know why Shiro doesn't want to fight him, but I assume Rin would want to fight him. Maybe she did fight him. Maybe she just killed him with her bare hands. Hardcore? Tosaka snorts and passes by me. Ellipses. I see, some knuckles for Shinji. Now I understand the blood in her hand and the swelling on her finger. Hold on! Hold on. Mate. What do you mean you punched Shinji? Was there a fighto desu ne? You're being loud. He was being annoying, so I beat him up. It's not that simple. You don't just get blood from punching someone. That's a lot. Like, you have to punch someone really badly to start bloodying your fist. You're not... Also, you punching someone? You don't punch people. He must have really ticked you off. Did he try to hit on you? Did he try to get an alliance with you, master style? Did he try to get you to kill Shiro and go with him instead? Well, maybe that's what he did. That might have gotten her to actually go ham on Shinji. Like, hey, ditch Shiro and team up with me. Like, kill Shiro and then we can work together. Maybe she would have punched him out after that. But, like, at that point, why even mess around anymore? Because I feel like, just kill him at that point. I feel like this is a very important thing that has happened off screen. This is where... Okay, alright, I'm gonna make a random tangent. I really like the book The Hunger Games. Something I do not like about the ending of The Hunger Games... Wait, no, this game avoids it. Hold on, I'll continue. Something I do not like about the ending of The Hunger Games... I won't give too much away, but basically, we're in Katniss's point of view the entire time. And so, something cool ends up happening off-screen, and that made me bummed out, because, like, for the most part, Katniss was the center of attention in the whole thing, which makes sense. She's the point of view character. But at the end, towards the end, something really cool happened, and we didn't get to see it, and I wanted to see it. And that's why I was hoping the movie would step up its game and fix it, and it didn't. It just cut the scene. And I'm like, no, show me the cool scene. This was your one job, movie. Anyways, what I was about to say is that that's the benefit of not having just one perspective, is that you can show multiple things Like, for example, in the anime of Fate Stay Night, or Fate Zero even, it shows multiple perspectives, and I'm assuming the anime of Fate Stay Night isn't Shiro all the time, even if Shiro's the main character. However, then I remembered this game does interludes. It had the one thing where we got to see Saber for a bit, so never mind. If something cool happens, we should get to see it, dang it. I wanted to see Rin beating up Shinji, dang it. Beat him up? You mean with bare knuckles? Where'd the bear go? Bear as it can be. A grizzly bear, too. Oh, hello, Silk Cannon, you're back. We're just talking about grizzly bears and beating up Shinjis. Tosaka snorts again. Ellipses, or ellipses even, or even ellipses. Depends on how you want to enunciate the ellipses. Yeah, I just said ellipses, deal with it. A brief silence, and sometimes Y-lipses. Ellipses, 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 and sometimes Y-lipses. Or even ellipses. I don't know what to say, so I just shut my mouth and cause an awkward silence. Okay, cool. That's when you have makeup sex, right? Awkward silences, makeup sex? No? Just me? Let's get back to the main subject. You said you punched Shinji, but why though? Why not? That's the better question. Anytime Shinji is not punched, why not? I was right! Haha! Called it. It's only natural I punched him. He was talking about things like me joining him and you being useless, so I should give up on you. Right. Because originally, he tried to get Shiro to team up and take down, Rin. But then Shiro said no, so he's like, I guess I'll go for the Rin partnership. But she said no too. Only she was more willing to beat back. Then again, at the time, Ryder was at Shinji's side and Saber was not at Shiro's, so he probably wasn't too confident in beating up Shinji. He maybe just didn't even think about it though, because he's such good friends with Shinji. Rin though would have had Archer on her side, so... If our abuse theory is correct, she maybe heard Shinji bragging about it, or told her right in her face, and she beat the shit out of him. I mean, I suppose, so maybe Rin could be lying. However, she also couldn't be lying, which would mean my theory is correct. Don't take it away from me. I mean, this would be a different theory of mine being correct. However, I'm living in the moment. Stop living in the past future. And you being useless, Strike should give up on you. He was talking about things like me joining him. He said stupid things after calling for me, so I punched him to make him shut up. The only way that punch could have drawn blood is if you hit him right in the schnoz. Like, either you had to hit him a lot, because you have to really punch someone to bloody your... Like, that's a lot. Or you hit him in the schnoz. That's the only easy way to draw blood through a punch, is hitting him in the schnoz. So does he have a broken schnoz? Ellipses. No, isn't that a little too short-tempered, Tosaka? Or could it be? Did Shinji say something stupid enough to even piss off the ever-calm Tosaka? Ever-calm? I mean, I think she's tsundere. Half the time she's ever-calm, the other half the time she's pretty furious. Why are you looking at me like this? I'll say this, but I'm the victim here. Actually, he's the one with a broken schnoz. So, I think technically he's the victim, but I mean, I guess if he accused, you of leaving and joining him, you were the verbal victim. You were the real victim. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will really hurt me. Those will things that really cut deep to my soul. We know Rin has magic enhancing shit. She managed to dodge a few of Lancer's strikes on the roof. Oh, so you mean like she enhanced her punch to do extra damage, knowing that she could because she knew Shinji was a master, therefore she wouldn't have to kill him because he's not a witness? I suppose there's some merit to that, but counterpoint, broken schnoz. Both sides are equally responsible, right? No. Just blame Shinji, he's the worst. Oh my god, Shiro. Why are you so stupid? But still, why would Shinji say something like that to you? He said he wanted me to cooperate with him. Yes, that's what he said to you when he was alone with you. And you said no. So he tried someone else. Duh! Shiro, be smarter. God damn it. Please, can I play as a smarter main character? Ah!
さあ、あいつ、シローにライバル意識でもあるんじゃない？私とシローが一緒に住んでるって教えてからかなりおかしくなってたし。
Who knows? Maybe he thinks he was a rival or something. He was acting weird ever since I told him I was living you. Of course, because Shinji wants every female to like him the most in the world, and when they do not, he gets petty. So, I'm not too surprised.
ね、住んでることを教えたって、父さんがシンジに俺たちのことを話したのか？
Tosaka, you told him about us? It was probably a good countermeasure, because if Shinji had gotten jealous of Shiro for Rin deciding not to, or especially if she had gotten petty about Rin attacking him and wanted to get payback at Rin, but thought Rin's too strong, he might have tried to do it through Shiro, like going over to Shiro's house and killing him in his sleep. However, learning that Rin's living there too is sort of a protective measure, so that's one reason Rin may have told him. But also, Rin might have just done it because she kind of likes you, and she is proud and wants to strut that about because she's claiming her territory, that you are her territory, because she likes you. You know how that works. Cooties, gross.
ええ、話したわよ。昨日の朝だったかな。シンジのやつ、私を呼びつけて、僕もマスターになったから遠坂と同じさ、なんて偉そうに言ってくるんだもの。
Yes, I
なん
did.
か頭にきてね。
I think it was
それ
yesterday
じゃあ、シ
morning.
ローも同じよって言ってやったの。
Shinji called me and said proudly that he became a master like me now. He pissed me off, so I told him that you were the same too. This is so silly, might I say. It's not necessarily a bad silly, but it's got to get brutal, right? Because I mean, in Phase Zero, things were pretty brutal. There was, you know, team ups were temporary. But here, it's like, oh yeah, I'm just living with Rin. We're just hanging out. We're training to be stronger. But meanwhile, on the side, I'm also hanging out with Ilya, which I know Rin doesn't know that, but I'm hanging out with Ilya. Also, Assassin was a cool bro who let Saber live. Also, Shinji's a friend, maybe. It's like, we're all friends. You gotta kill each other at some point, man. It's the Grail War. Someone's gotta go down. We can't always be friends forever. Why are we not going over to frickin' murder Shinji in his sleep? Damn it. What is the reason? The reason you agreed to partner with me, you originally were gonna fight me, Rin. You said you wanted to fight me and only decided not to because Berserker was annoying as heck. And even if our relationship has evolved into something more than that since then, are you getting soft? Because, Shinji, why are we just letting him go? He is a threat. He needs to be taken out. And, like, what are we going to get from... He's also sneaky. He tried to get me to side with him against you. He tried to get you to side with him against me. Let's just fucking kill him. Is it for Sakura's sake we're leaving him alive? Like, have some guts, Tosaka. I know Shiro's a derp, but you know things. The sins of the father do not descend to the sins of their children. Unfortunately, the Holy Grail does, and some bodies are gonna have to start dropping. Like, how far are we into this? We know almost everybody, and nobody's come close to dropping. That's not true. Shiro came close. Berserker almost killed him. However, that's the one time someone, you know, came kind of close. What else? Oh, wait, Archer almost came close that one time when Saber cut him up. That's about it, though. And Saber fought Assassin. This war's only 10 years after, compared to the cold-blooded adults. We have a ton of teenagers who were pressured to this and still have some morals. Okay, you're right, we don't have cold-blooded adults. But, like, come on, man. Yes, it's true that we have kids and not adults this time, but, like, at some point, it's gonna get really bloody. And the sooner it happens, I feel the less grotesque it'll be. So hurry up and start killing some kids already. What? Nah, it's okay, they're teenagers. Just because this series features childish characters does not mean it's made for kids, especially when the kids die. I mean, spoilers.
それで身の程を知ったかなって思ったのに、ついさっきうちの前で待ち伏せしてたってわけ。
Also, there's a difference between kids and teenagers, but anyways. I thought he learned his lesson, but he was waiting outside my house for me a while later. Is that when you decked him in the schnoz?
で、悪いけど、もうエミヤくんの家で暮らしているから、あんたみたいな半端なマスターと協力する気はないって言ったんだけど。
I told him I'm living at your house now and I didn't have any intention of cooperating with a half-assed master like him. What, was that bad? I wonder if Is every single master a kid because of the 10-year gap? Like, most of us are carryovers from the last generation of magic, right? Which means we haven't had full time to fully mature. Therefore, maybe we're all teenagers. And if everybody's a teenager, did Rin not expect that to happen? Rin seems like she does not know how to handle, and I think this is Shiro too, but even Rin, which is more important because Rin was training her life for this, Rin seems like she does not know how to handle other child masters like Shinji. Instead of, you know, going for him, it's like she wants cold-blooded adults. She just wants to fight the adults. She sees the children, she's just like, eh. And I'm like, what did you think, Rin? You were preparing all your life for this, and you're gonna back out because they're children? Did you not think that there might be children? Because of the timeline from the Grail War, you are children. Did you think you were the only children? Because guess what? At least 4 of you are children. All the members we've seen so far have been pressured. Rin and Ilya, that's true, by their family. Shinji was forced, apparently. We don't know the specifics of that. That's true, though. He was supposedly forced. That's interesting to think of. He was forced and yet can't let himself out. Even though he's part of a family that doesn't magic anymore. What does that mean? Who forced him? Maybe Sakura's got an evil side. And Shiro is accident. Yeah, he doesn't even understand it. He could have chose to leave, though, but if he chooses to leave, we already did that, and he got killed by Ilya in an alternate timeline, so he's not allowed to leave. But anyways, I told him I'm living at your house now, and I didn't have any intention of cooperating with a half-assed master like him. What, was that bad? Yeah, but it was your hormones speaking because you like me, I get it. Dash. That's generally bad. Shinji is very conscious of Tosaka under normal circumstances. This is likely pouring oil onto a fire. And yes, he is another master who we're going to fight. Did you forget there's also a Rider? When are we fighting? Are we just waiting? Are we doing the blood circle first? Are we doing the temple first? Are we doing Berserker first? What are we doing? For now, I guess we can just do magic drugs, but like, come on. There's so many possibilities open up. I would be starting to get like Saber at this point, getting impatient. What are we doing? Why are we not just killing Shinji? That's me right now. I think going after the temple is a bad move because that seems strong and like we should go in prepared, you know, both of us, full tag team. But Shinji, what are we waiting for? Go kill him! I assume Rin thought this war was going to start in her life a lot later and did not expect it to happen so soon. Well, it seems like she knew this was coming. Like, even if she didn't expect it to start so soon, she must have known for at least a while this was coming. And she was at least semi-prepared. Maybe not fully prepared. But she said, oh, there's a fight and we're going to fight. And yes, I don't think she... I have thought for a while that she's not really, really ready. She thinks she's ready, but she's not. Because she's not even... She hates killing witnesses. She's not a cold-blooded person. But she was going to have to develop into that. But maybe... she's like a very passive one in that extent where she expected people to come for her and her to fight back. But aside from Berserker, no one's come for her. She even turned down the opportunity to go after the temple and try to go after Assassin and stuff. I assume, you know how good Rin is lying to herself. Oh yeah, that's right. She's great at pretending she doesn't like me. But like, it's just like, it's like, man... I'm like Saber at this point. I want to see some bloodshed. Hurry up and kill Shinji. Why are we not doing that? I'm sorry for being a cold person. Apologies to any Shinji fans. I mean, to be clear, I don't necessarily dislike Shinji. It just feels like I want a strategical move. Make the strategical move. Still, I get it now. I understand why Shinji only saw Tosaka as the enemy and why he kept asking her to cooperate with him. In a word, he
けど不思議よね。
likes her?
シンジのやつ、なんだって私にこだわるのかしら。あいつの性格から言って誰かと協力するなんて考えは浮かばないと思うんだけど。
It's strange, isn't it? I wonder why he's so fussed up about me. Judging from his personality, I wouldn't expect him to want to cooperate with anyone. Well, you're right, Buddy's a shitty Grail person, so he's probably doing a sneaky sneak where he gets other people to do his jobs for him, and by cooperating with someone, quote unquote, he can let you do all the work potentially. Or in your case, I think he just likes you because he likes just the female gender in general. At the end of the day, it takes a lot for a human to take a life. Either kill your heart or consider the person you're killing no longer a human. I'm gonna go ahead and say something cold. No. I mean, I don't think you have to kill your heart. I think that's extreme. And there's no reason I think you need to think that the person you're killing is no longer human. Like, sometimes there are people, they don't kill people because of laws. Like, you know, the reason they don't go through with murdering someone they don't like, is because they know getting away with it would sound like too hard. I'm no good at the sneak strats. But with magic, you're gonna have the sneak strats, not to mention if someone gets in your way, you just kill the witness because you have a powerful servant. Which, I know, I'm sounding cold right now, but this is a Grail war. People in this war, I feel like, should be adopting that mentality of, look, you kill 6 people, and then you get to cure cancer or something. Or do something evil, your choice. But even if you're gonna do something good, and yeah, I get it, they're teenagers, but look, I had a fucked up personality by the time I was a teenager. Maybe not when I was a kid, but once I was 17, 18, I was pretty fucked. No. It's because Tosaka Rin is important to Mato Shinji. Okay, I'll admit, I'm older than just a teenager at this point. And so I think I am more grizzled, more cynical than I was when I was a teenager. But even as a teenager, that's the thing. I was never a teenager in a Grail War situation. In a Grail War situation, I'd like to think I would have smartened up real quick. I probably would have been like a Shinji and get other people to pit against each other, because I would have been a sneaky fuck. Because I wouldn't have wanted to face anyone head on, because I'm a coward like that. But I would have done something. Because I would have been too afraid that if I was doing nothing, that someone would get me, because I'd get them before they get you. And this is a similar situation. Get Shinji before he decides he wants to come and get you.
不思議でもなんでもない。シンジにとって遠坂は特別なんだと思う。
It's not strange at all. I think you're a special person for Shinji. Special is a strong word. It's easy to consider these thoughts of murder, pain, and hatred. It's a lot harder to actually execute. I mean, yeah, I know. Murder is a strong word. I'm aware. But, like, pain and hatred, you don't even really need them. You don't need to hate. You don't need... I mean, like, how will you feel when you do it? You won't know till you do it. I mean, I don't know. It's complicated. Like... yeah, words are talk. Talk is talk. But, like, I feel like in this situation, my thoughts would be, I don't know, a bit different. But I'm cynical, okay? I am a cold person. Especially as I've grown up and to be of the opinion that life is just about, doing the fun things anyways. And, like, there's not really greater purpose. And if there is no greater purpose, is it really a big deal if one less person... Okay, that's dark. But, for the sake of the Grail War, for the sake of curing cancer, nobody can blame me for 6 murders because I cured cancer. Shut up.
あいつ、もともと魔術師の家系だったんだろ?
His was a family of magi originally, right?
なら、同じ魔術師の家系で、まだちゃんと血を残している遠坂に憧れていたんじゃないかな。
Then I think he admired you since you were the lineage of a magus family like him, and you still retain the blood of it. I think he admired you since you were the lineage of a... I don't think that. He might be trying to take advantage of her because she has the lineage. That isn't being cynical, you're just being... utilitarian? Hold on. I've heard that word. My memory is messing with me. What does that mean again? Utilitarian. Designed to be useful or practical rather than attractive. Oh, yeah, okay. That's how I would be in this Grail War for sure. Also means justify the end, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, I think he admired you since you were of the... I don't think it's admiration. At least not for that reason. I think it's maybe wanting to take advantage of her because she, is, has more knowledge. And he may want to learn those things. He also may want to somehow take advantage of her and her abilities. He also might just like her because she is cute and he likes the female gender. I don't think he admires her in that way, though. Maybe, but I don't think so. I think Shiro was reading into this incorrectly, which I don't think is an improper read to make of Shiro's read, because Shiro, as we all know, is the dumb. That's why he's persistent about Tosaka. I don't agree, but okay. I think Tosaka Rin has been a target of his affections from even before the Holy Grail War started. Yeah, and it had nothing to do with the magic family. I think it's because he finds her attractive, but okay. Sure, maybe it was because of that. I suppose he did know all along, and maybe he wanted to impress her specifically. Maybe that is why he goes after her specifically, because he knows she's magic. But I think he also finds her hot. But she's hot magic. So it's a double whammy, maybe. But I don't think it's respect so much as lust.
ちょっとそりゃ好意を持たれるのは嬉しいけど。
Well, I'm a bit happy about being liked, but still, yeah, I don't think I'd agree with Shiro's take. It's one to consider, sure. It's not an impossibility, but like, you know, Shiro and Shinji are best friends, so we can definitely take Shiro's word on Shinji's thought process. Must have been a real surprise as Tosaka stands pondering.
ああ、思い出した。そういえば1年の頃、シンジに告白されてたわ、私。
I remember, come to think of it, Shinji asked me out when I was a first year. Not surprising. She makes a terrible guy, I forgot about her reaction. I mean, not surprising. I'm assuming she's been asked out by tons of guys and said no every time. I'll sympathize with Shinji just for now.
わあ、道理で懲りずに話しかけてくるはずだ。納得したわ。
Be careful with that thought process, Rin. Well, no wonder he never gets enough talking to me. I understand now. You didn't think of the idea that they just, like, love you. Someone might just love you. You've never considered that thought? Someone might unhealthily love you without actually properly knowing you? That is a thought to certainly consider sometimes. But I think you shouldn't think too much on it, because that might be giving Shinji too much credit you don't want to be giving him. Be careful with thoughts like that.
まあいいけど、それ返事はどうしたんだよ。
That's fine, so how did you reply? By punching him in the schnoz.
ああ、断ったんじゃない？
Oh, right, the other one. I think I rejected him. Well, duh, that's why you never ended up together. I mean...
私、勝負事は先出しじゃないと気が済まないの。
I can't stand it if I'm not the first to make a move in a contest. Wait, so that means you'll reject every guy that ever asks you out? And only because you want to be the one to ask the guy out? I don't know if I should say that's progressive, or just being kind of a bitch. Or it may have considering him too much of a master, not enough of Shinji the fuckboy. Well, sure, but Rin only knew of Shinji as a master recently. She used to think Shinji was not magic. I mean, so I think it's only recently she would have even considered the master. Before, I just don't think she was thinking much of him at all, but...
やるなら自分からっていうか、相手から勝負を仕掛けられても乗れないっていうか。
It's like I can't get in the mood unless I'm setting the match. Or like I don't feel like it if someone else starts a match. Okay, two things. Number one, is that really how you view romance? Like you have to be the one to make the first move? That's progressive. Usually girls don't make the first move, and it's awkward, especially with antisocial guys that are uncomfortable with making the first move. However, just always saying no, especially when it's traditional for guys to make the first move, is kind of weird and unfortunate, especially for someone as conventionally attractive as you in your universe. But secondly, I don't feel like if someone else starts the match, that seems the opposite to how you are in the Grail War. Because the only time you've ever fought is when someone forced the fight against you. Like with A, Lancer, B, Saber, C, Berserker. The only times you've ever fought is when someone fought you. You may have been out of the zone, but you've never initiated. Not once have you initiated a fight. So what you're saying about your life in general doesn't seem to translate properly to the Grail War, because maybe you're not ready for the big boy killings. Tosaka ponders as if she really doesn't remember. Just a slew in a line of guys, I'm sure, that she's rejected. I'm shocked. She must really live following only her feelings.
Tosaka, お前じゃんけん弱いだろ。
Tosaka, you suck at rock, paper, scissors, right? What, because she always throws rock?
嘘。なんであんたがそんなこと知ってるのよ。
Wait, how do you know that? Are her feelings that easy to read? I guess when you don't understand your feelings that well, I suppose you sometimes lay them on your sleeve. Still though, rock, paper, scissors is an odd thing to jump to. Not something I would jump to. Even when I think I'm good at reading people, I wouldn't really know how they'd play in rock, paper, scissors. I mean, what? Do you throw out rock? Random guess. You seem like a rock person, but that could be wrong. As I thought. Of course, if she likes to make the first move. Oh, she would be weak against a later move. Oh, okay, I see. That's what he meant. Okay, I thought at first he was saying something, he was in some way a savant when it comes to rock, paper, scissors. But no, because she likes to move first and give the other person a chance to respond. Okay, right, that would be a bad thing to do for rock, paper, scissors specifically. Okay.
それには醤油を使ってくれ、セイバー。間違ってもマヨネーズなんてかけてくれるな。
Mayonnaise. Use the soy sauce for that, Saber. Don't put mayonnaise on it, even by mistake. Okay, we've had a scene transition. This is a little short, but it feels like a good beat. So I actually am going to save here. I could go like 10 more minutes, but I think I'm just going to stop here. For once, I'll actually give myself some free time before I have to do my thing, instead of getting all rushy every time I end these Monday streams. So, someone kill Shiro. Nope, wrong one. Someone, no, fuck it, I already said it. Someone kill Shiro already. Yeah, again. Because I want to see more Tiger Dojo. But no, really. Let's start killing some kids. This Grail war needs more war. Save. So, for the YouTube audience, see you guys next time. Dang it! Drop frame 71. I got 2 above the unfortunate amount. Shiro has these weird bursts of insight and savviness at weird points. Shiro is very smart in very, very odd ways. And then he's stupid with everything else. So for the YouTube audience, I'll see you guys next time. Still don't have an outro phrase. Until next time, I don't know. But I do know that I've hit my December bit goal. Which means gonna have some subscriber voting soon. But first I want to get the video ready for YouTube and upload that this weekend. Which will be the week, you won't see this, you might see this weekend, but if you don't, then it'll have been last weekend by the time you see this. In which case, time travel. And I may have already decided by then, you don't know. Go away, YouTube, the video's over.